mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You were always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in it.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And off we go from Denver. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Danny Gray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. Down the sideline he goes. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationships of yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll shift things around. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. To throw is Daniels. This is caught by Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Daniels going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. On play action. Now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 8 yards out, and the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
While the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
To about the 48-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go.
Rodgers going to throw. Forced out to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On play action, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Danny Gray with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try to get momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Daniels. Steps away to his left. He's got Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Daniels looking to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. To the air goes Daniels. That is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And Watson has it right side. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Working from the gun, Rodgers. On the move pass. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
That'll be caught. It's Scott.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Breece Hall
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey Good with a PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before break. Daniels. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now they'll audible to something else. Off the play fake. Daniels. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to air it out deep for Green. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Again, he'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 5. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian Watson with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. To throw is Daniels. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Boy, so what else could go wrong for him here? It's an illegal touching penalty on the outside.
Yeah, Brandon, that really wasn't a very disciplined play, was it? Because you got to know where you are on the field. You can't get that close to the sideline because if you step out of bounds, you can't be the first to re-enter and touch it. That's an easy call for the officials.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and they certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Daniels. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. Ball on a give up the middle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. In motion is Gray.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now he's forced out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
D.J. Johnson, the one who got there for the sack.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels.
Going for the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at a yard. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jalen Phillips able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
That's complete left side to Gray.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down, as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing now is Rodgers. And they're going to get to him.
We about to move, son. Don't talk about it unless you do, son. I make the backyard feel like a stampede. I make a trash car feel like it's a Bentley. Hanging like a Warhol or like a Banksy. And hit the stage, turn the people into family. I'm talking back then, you didn't know me. But you feel it now, acting like the homie. Talking about, hey, can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right now. We about to move, son. Don't talk about it unless you do, son. I said I feel like money on the line. I said I feel like Kobe in his prime, man. Do it for the city, not the ground. I'ma keep it real, 100 grand. Back then, they really didn't know me. But right now, they acting like we're homies. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right now. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again.